Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dan United. Hope everyone is well. Today is the West Ham preview, and boy, have we got some stuff to talk about tonight. We have got news about the team. We have got squad selection. We seem to be getting on quite well with people wanting to get involved with helping us pick the squad. And also, Kev United is back. How are you, my man?
Okay, all good. All good. Mom's made a very good recovery from Saturday when me and my brother and the staff didn't think she was going to see Sunday. She's made a fantastic recovery. So, yeah, she's doing a lot better. So, as I said to you yesterday, I'm finally able to sleep again now. So I wasn't sleeping at all. But, yeah, no, it's all good. Just needed to concentrate on that, obviously, as anybody would. So, yeah, all good. Thanks for everyone's well-wishing and everything like that. I saw it back on the stream. So thanks for everyone for the support. And let's hope for a good result tomorrow.
Well, we've got plenty to discuss about with that because there's so much. I mean, there's bits I didn't even think about, which we'll go through with who's missing for West Ham. But looking at the results tonight, just before we go into it, obviously West Ham, Villa are losing 2-0. I mean, I'm daring to dream here. Daring to dream, which is just ridiculous. And I should learn a lesson from the Everton game. But Manchester United, now in December, the month that we've been looking forward to for what seems like forever, because it's a group of fixtures that we look at and we say we can get results from these. We'll obviously be buoyed from the fact that we went away to Palace and won. I'm feeling confident about tomorrow, Kev. How are you feeling?
Yeah. I was anyway before any sort of results. Looking forward from 5-6 games ago, I was sort of fairly confident about West Ham and this. I'm just a bit more. I know we were crap against Everton, but just feel a bit more comfortable at home anyway. I don't know whether you're probably going to go on and talk about the press conference. It was been a bit cryptic in the press conference with players that might be in and might not be in, etc., etc. So, no, confident. Again, hoping for a clean sheet.
Oh, I'd love a clean sheet. It's all I think about.
You just need to wash your head more often, Dan.
Mate, I really quite Mrs. Robinson make sure I do that. No, do you know something? We can talk about that because he was very cryptic in his press conference. Yeah. Again, with the stupid questions, there was questions about, how do you deal with the pressures? It's like, seriously, are we even asking it? There was a question that really, really narked me. And it was the Diogo Dalot. What are your thoughts on him? How important is he?
So open, wasn't it, that question?
What are we going to learn from that? Like, the fan base will tell you what their thoughts are on Diogo Dalot. And I thought it was quite fitting that he actually himself said, look, Diogo needs to improve, as does a lot of people. He had a decent game against Palace. He wasn't out of this world. So I just think some of the questions, but the one thing from it that I do take is him saying that there's 2 players that are struggling for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't allude to who it was. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think it's Lenny Yoro. I don't think Yoro's one of them. I think because he mentioned Yoro and said, look, he needs to obviously learn. He's still a young boy. He's still got plenty to learn when it comes to being a Premier League footballer. But I just looked at it and I went, hang on a minute. Who are these 2 players? And it worries me a little bit as to who they are. Are these players that that we are going to look at and go, is it a De Ligt? Is it a Luke Shaw? Is it? I mean, with Luke Shaw, it's not a terrible thing because Leach is back. Is it a Bruno? Is it a bloody Mbeumo? So, a lot of questions there, and I don't know why he did it, the bugger. I'm hoping to God that it's a couple of players that are not really getting many minutes, like a Ugarte or something. But yeah, and he also spoke, Kev, about Cunha and about how Cunha's back now, and that's a bonus.
Yeah,
we'll go through the squad selector in a bit, but are you starting Cunha, or are you letting him come off the bench?
No. He's a nailed-on starter every game. If he's fit, he's a nailed-on starter for me. I'm going to say controversial. Oh, controversial. I think he's our best player, Dan. I think he's our best player.
Ability-wise, I think he's up there. I do, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Xerxes scored his goal, took it really, really well, but all the team weren't great in the first half. He wasn't, but I'm not just going to single him out. All the team weren't great in the first half. They just weren't pressing for some reason. The press wasn't there, and it was completely different the second half in terms of press. But I don't think Xerxes done enough to keep Cunha out the team. He's not played many minutes, but I don't think he's done enough in what's that, 2 games to keep Cunha out the team. I think Cunha comes straight back in, and we play that. Mount and Mbeumo, if they're all fit, Mount and Mbeumo and Cunha up front there, I think that's what we need to go with. He said something quite unusual at the start of the press conference. They were talking about some social media posts or something
Oh, it's just nonsense.
I don't know what that was. Do you know what that was?
No, I don't. And I mean, with social media at the moment, people get paid for posts. I know he was mentioning about, I could make enough money for my family and blah, 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 blah. It's just nonsensical, Kev. It's just not like, why not ask the bloody questions that we want to know? Like Martinez, is he pushing for a start?
Yeah.
Why not ask that? Sesko, how far is he away? Maguire, what's actually going on with him? It's just boring bloody press conferences. Are you with regards to the fact that we've got so much football coming up, and I know we've only been playing one game a week, but is there going to be a rotation of the squad? There was none of that. It's just bollocks again, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Can't be arsed with it. Now, quickly go through some comments. Good to see you, Andy. Hope you are well. Wahaha in the house says, great to hear, Kev.
Yeah,
Moxie says, evening, Dan, and glad to hear your mum's okay, Kev. So that's good. And also Isaac as well. Hope everything is okay, Kev. And then also Isaac coming in with his Chris Kamara impression, letting us know about the results. He was very good at that last night. Warbso says, I wouldn't be too fussed if Bruno was out, purely because I'm interested to see how we play without.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Warbso. Agree with that.
And Akko, good to see you, mate. He says, good evening, everyone. Now, look, let's go into before we go into the squad selector, bowl selector. There's something that happened at the weekend that I completely forgot, and it impacts tomorrow. Paqueta got sent off.
Oh yeah.
Now Paqueta is a big player for West Ham. Now,
literally
West Ham,
as well as for the team. Yeah,
correct. But with that, West Ham tomorrow will probably bring Souček in. That's a defensive midfield. They're going to play a defensive midfield. Now, look, we've been burnt by that before. We have. We saw that when we lined up against Everton. We went, well, this should be all right. This should. Is there a danger if Souček starts tomorrow? He's a big target, by the way. Now, let's be honest. Lemmy is a goalkeeper that I think happily deals with these balls coming in the box. In fact, I don't even panic anymore when these balls get played into the box because I know he's coming. I know he's going to plow through. But this will change the way West Ham essentially are. Now, we played in pre-season, albeit it was a different...
Sorry, Forest have scored. Come on, Wolves, bloody hell.
Who scored?
Forest have scored. Jesus.
Yeah, we played West Ham in pre-season, and it was a dog shit game, to be honest. But we did beat them, and that was with a Souček in the midfield without a Paqueta. Does this make you more confident tomorrow? Do you look at this and go, well, bam, that's one of their most creative players? Or we know that Jared Bowen's there, of course. Does this change your perception of how we're going to line up against this tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be exactly the same as what. I don't think that will make a difference. It just helps us with Paqueta not being in the team. Absolutely, it helps us. West Ham are still. I don't think they're getting any kind of form, are they? They're just so up and down, so inconsistent.
They are at the moment. What are they doing there? Oh, to be fair, so they've lost 3, 1-2, and drawn 1 of their last 6 games. So it's indifferent.
So it's a bit up and down all over the place, isn't it?
Indifferent.
No, under the lights. 8 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow? 8:15 or something? Yeah.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
I do like a night game at Old Trafford.
Love a night game.
And they're a great atmosphere, and hopefully, I think we'll get a good result tomorrow.
Update: apparently, Forest goal is going to be disallowed, and Villa.
Oh yeah, they're VAR in it. Yeah, they're VAR in it. Villa have got one back as well, by the looks of it. I've got 2 games on. 2 games on. I've got. What's she throwing you a shit city, sir? A shitty city, shit. Mrs. Robinson.
I don't know who the hell I don't know what your fucking game is, love.
Just absolutely horrific.
United fans, I apologise about that. That is absolutely disgraceful behaviour by Mrs. Robinson, and she will be there'll be words. Go on, Mrs. Yeah. There you go.
Leg it, sister.
Not so confident now, are you? I can't believe.
Sister Robinson.
Unbelievable, honestly. Woo! Unbelievable. The other thing as well with the game tomorrow is Areola in goal. Now, we played obviously in the preseason. He was absolutely abysmal against us. I'm hoping he's abysmal worst tomorrow. When you say about games under the lights, they're my favourites as well. For Manchester United, I love.
Like they get up for it more almost.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly that.
I don't get it.
Moxie says, I'd love to see us put a front three of Ahmad, Cunha, Brian as a 9 and a back 5 of Maz, Yoro, De Ligt, Leacher, Shaw, with Casse and Maina in the midfield. Lemmy in goal, of course. The ace of saves. Well, let's get into that. So I've got, do you know something? My nose is dripping like a bloody pensioner's ear. Let's get into that. We'll bring the squad builder up. Let me just add it to the a la screen.
They're still VARing.
It's ridiculous to take that long. Now, obviously, we're going to go. We're going to go Le Mans in goal, aren't we? Le Mans.
Yeah, just give Le Mans
in goal. Player right. Yeah, they're disallowing this apparently. Now right-sided centre back in light of Lenny Yoro and his struggles at the moment. Who are you putting there?
I just put him straight in again. I didn't. He had bloody hell. He had a bad game. So what? Everybody has they all have a bad game. I was surprised he got took off. So again, you know what I'm like with these. Give them 7 minutes in the second half, and then they get taken. Just take them off at half time if you're going to give them 7 minutes and then take them off or something. I think that's crazy.
Well, I'm with.
I'll put me personally. I'll just put him straight back in again.
I'm going to go with Moxie on this. I would put Mazraoui at right-sided centre-back. I think this is something that Sir Alex Ferguson was so good at doing. If a player seemed like he's struggling, and let's be honest, he didn't have a great game against Everton either, then you take him out and you give him a chance to sort of...
I wouldn't be disappointed if it was Mazraoui there either. I mean, Amorim did say that, he said he told him he didn't have a great game, but none of the players did. But he also highlighted the things that he did well as well. So
yeah.
Hopefully he's not too down on himself.
Ben says, evening all. Good to see you back, Kev. Hope you did all your end with your mum. So there we go. The love is coming in. The love is coming in. And Wahaha says, question is, why do you have it in your house? Because unfortunately, Mrs. Robinson is a massive Jack Grealish fan. She doesn't care about what team he plays for. She just loves Jack Grealish. I tried to grow my hair once to be like Jack Grealish, and I ended up looking like a greasy bloody heroin addict. So it wasn't the best look. Look, I think personally here he's going to go with Maz. I think Maz is going to go there. I think centre back wise, obviously making. Let's hope it's not De Ligt being one of the injury concerns here. I think it is going to be De Ligt now. Your thoughts, Kev?
Yeah, De Ligt in the middle. Yeah, Maguire's not back, so it's going to be De Ligt, isn't it? Absolutely. He's solid there. He's absolutely solid there.
Yeah.
No goal for Forest. No goal for Forest.
I think
what are the options? There's no other real option there, is there anyway?
No, there isn't. And do you know what, Wahaha? You're absolutely spot on. It is the calves, I think. Danielle. Is it Jack Grealish's calves that you fell in love with?
Of course it is. She's already told us that. We know that.
Danielle says that he is a beautiful man. Yeah, ask him to do the alphabet backwards, then you'll see what sort of man he is.
He talks like that though, don't he?
He can't even tie his laces up.
It's a bloody stupid game. I don't know what the ref's doing there.
I do love him though. I do love him. I must say I do love him. I think he's a proper he's just a lad, isn't he?
We could have actually seen Danielle in a Man United top if he'd have gone to United.
The only time that she'd wear a United top is if he played for him. There's a curse with Mrs. Robinson in England. She's not allowed to wear an England shirt because she's worn an England shirt 3 times. The first time was against Croatia in the World Cup semi-final. We lost. The second time was against Italy in the Euro final. We lost. And then we played Hungary, right? And I went, we'll beat these. Put one on. And what happened? We lost 4-1, our worst ever defeat. So she's no longer allowed to wear an England shirt. Now, left-sided centre-back. This is going to be an interesting one because...
He's not going to start him.
And this is why I don't think he'll start him either. I think it will be Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
The reason I think it will be Luke Shaw is Jared Bowen is a very, very difficult player. And I think to chuck Leacher straight back in there, after only 6 or 7, 10 minutes, I think it would be harsh. So I think he goes Luke Shaw. And let's be honest, I don't think Luke Shaw against Palace put a foot wrong, Kev.
No, he was very good. Yeah, he was excellent. He's only come off so that the Martinez can get on the pitch. Really, that's the reason he's come off.
Yeah.
But he can't just go straight in. Not after. What did he play? 10 minutes or something? I can't even remember how long he played. He might not have even been that. He looked all right. He didn't really have to do anything. You know what? I did notice he wasn't. He did give somebody a little bit of an elbow down onto the ground.
He did. I saw that. He did it and then looked and just had that little smile, didn't he?
Yeah. He was. I noticed, and he only played a short little bit, but a lot more jockeying. There was less sort of aggression, less sort of going flying in. There was a lot more. He seemed a bit more, just I'm just going to hold my ground here rather than go flying in on somebody.
That'll come.
But yeah, no, it's just that's not enough minutes, is it? I think it would be unfair to just chuck him back in and then.
I think Wolves is the game.
To go.
I think
well, he's off the pace.
I think Wolves is the game, mate. I think Wolves is the game. He starts him. Right then, right wing back. Right wing back. Now the obvious choice is Ahmad, because Ahmad played against Crystal Palace. I thought he was shit against Palace at right wing back. And I think, and we spoke about this, and I know you watched the shows back, Kev, I think we're looking at a situation here with Ahmad, kind of a bit like Garnacho, not in his attitude, so please don't think I'm saying that, but how do you fit him in this team? Because Ahmad is a winger. He is a winger.
Do you remember what I said for the last game? Did I not say, is it not time we just give him a little bit of a rest? Not physically, just just give him a little bit of a rest. So I think he'll still play there, but I would, you know what? I never go as far as saying anyone was like SHI to shite. I would never go that far as saying that unless it was a terrible game. He didn't play well. He didn't play well, and he's been off it a little bit. He made a few good runs, but it's coming back into his game again. This turning back on himself and playing back. And now I don't know whether that's been put on him to do that, or whether that's him just not being that confident in going forward. But because we've seen him actually tear through defenses, up and down, take players on 2 and 3 times the same player before he does anything. But yeah, these backwards passes were creeping in again, and it's a lot to ask for him, for a winger to go and do the defensive side. But I still think he'll start there.
Do you know what I've got in my head? And I'll put it in there and then I'll take it out because we'll go through it properly. Here's what I've got in my head. I've got him there, and for some reason, I've got him there. I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah,
I hope he doesn't.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't. I agree with you. As much as he's not been great, I think he'll put him there. I think Ahmad will stick there.
It's because he's still got it in him as well. Ahmad's still got that in him, like against Forest. That terrible second half we had, he can still absolutely bang one in from the edge of the box. So he's one of those type of players. He's got the flair that can be out of the game or not play well, but then just do something dead tricky and just be, help us along to win or get a goal back or whatever.
So are we thinking Dallo? He keeps it as Dallo at left back? Yeah. The midfield too. Again, I think we don't even have to bloody argue it, do we? We know if they're fit, they're fit.
They play, yeah.
It's going to be Bruno, and it's going to be Casse. It is going to be Casse. Now, the front three. Let me go through the comments quickly. Sorry. I hope you're a better driver. I'm a great driver. I did notice when Leacher came on, he also seemed to be playing more as a left wing back and Dallo as a left-sided centre back. They did switch about a bit. He was more left wing. Yeah, I don't think he will play there though. He hasn't got. I don't think Leacher's got the energy to do that. I don't think he's got the pace to do that either. Moxie says 1-0 Palace. My dream right wing back Munoz. I love Munoz. Absolutely love him.
The games have started now, haven't they? Quarter past.
And I nearly threw up again. Wahaha, not happy with the Dorgu on there. Moxie says, I'm so fed up of him playing a left footer at right wing back and a right footer at left wing back. I know it's bizarre. It is bizarre.
It's for the cutting in, isn't it? It's the cutting
in. I know. But do you not? I'd like to see how Cunha would play with Ahmad left wing back. I still think Cunha's struggling with the left wing back not being good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a good relationship with when Brian plays in front of him. They have got. I do prefer Ahmad there. I didn't like him at all in that front three. That
I didn't
seem to work at all. That didn't, which is crazy because it should have. But it's like the switch was. He had to switch his head back into a different way of thinking again, and just couldn't cope with that in that match.
Yeah, I agree. Now the front three. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it will be. I think it'll be this, Kev.
I'll do a little drum roll.
I think he does that. I don't think he starts Cunha. I think he protects.
Oh,
that's what I think. I think he will start that, and I think it will be because Xerxes scored. Now, let's be honest, there is a flip side to this. He has shown with Sesko, look, I'll drop you, I don't care. But I just think he will go with that front three. Now, there is the variation, of course, like you said. He could drop him, and he could go... Let me just... he could do that, couldn't he? And allow them three to be the revolving.
That's what I hope it is. That's what I hope it is. And it's not... I've said before, I know Bajidar is a big fan. I like Xerxes, but he's not shown enough. And I know he's not had enough minutes to show it. But there's been flashes in other games, not just the last games, where I like the way he's got a good touch. He can do something outrageous like that shot, and he does put himself about. I know he was bullied a bit by your lover boy for Everton, but
beautiful man. Beautiful.
I do like the way he puts himself about, but that's when he's come on as sub. Generally, he's done that. He's come on to make an impact. So. I do like Xerxes. He's just not been good enough for what he's done. So hopefully that's a little start for him. We wanted him to score a hat-trick against Everton, and it never happened, did it? But
no.
I'm glad he got his goal. It was a cracking goal. Some people have questioned the keeper, etc., all the rest of it, but it was a great hit.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, there's some kids screaming. You're in the front as well. I'm in the back. I can hear it in the back, but I think it's coming from the front.
That's what happens, Danielle, when you throw a City shirt about. Jesus Christ. This week on EastEnders. Let's have a look at the comments. I just need Cunha. So Cunha, Brian, and Xerxes up front says, wahaha. Moxie says...
I wouldn't be against it if he started. I wouldn't be terribly disappointed if he started. I really like Cunha. I just like Cunha.
Leeds are 1-0 up against Chelsea. Fucking have that, Chelsea. Have that, you bastards. Oh, I love that. I've had to listen to fucking Don and Charlie from Football's 12th Man go on all week about Chelsea being contenders for the league. Oh, I'm going to go full Kevin Keegan here, but I would love it if they beat them. I would love it.
Was it Calvert-Lewin?
No, it was Bijol.
Bijol. I've got it swatched on now.
That's hilarious. I'll tell you what. Let me just put the table up now as it stands.
Bloody hell, Delap absolutely piling into somebody there.
Let me share this. This is the table as it stands. Obviously, they've only just kicked off, so I'm not gonna, and we've got a lot of games going on. But this is the table at the moment. Now, at the start, you'd say United 9th. Oh shit! But United we have 100%. The chance to right a few wrongs tomorrow. The wrong being Everton. Oh, Villa have got a second back.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Let me just read
hours of extra time there at the moment. Oh, they could be on for a third one straight away. Yeah, they're 3-2 up now already.
Villa are 3-2 up.
Just a replay. That might just be a That's the replay.
You twat.
That's Ollie Watkins. Yeah, Ollie Watkins.
Kev's like, they're in.
Yeah, they're in because he was playing at full speed. That's why.
Right, let me refresh the table again. Let me refresh it again. Right, so this is the table at the moment. To be fair, I was hoping that there'd be a Villa or a Villa and Brighton draw tonight anyway, because United tomorrow, Chelsea, man, I love that Chelsea are losing. United tomorrow could see themselves in 5th spot. Now we shit the bed. We absolutely shit the bed against Everton. We've got to right that wrong. The lads have got to get that trust with the fans. It's Thursday night. Get that win. It's them Wolves who are bottom of the table. I said this last night, Kevin. I don't know if you heard. I saw a great thing. I saw a great thing on Twitter about Wolves. It said
triangle. No, I heard you say something about
mate, honestly, the triangle's got more points. 4-2 again now. It's 4-2 now. Ben says they've just showed it again.
He's pulling your pants. There's a VAR check going on for it.
Is there?
Oh no, they've kicked off. There was a short VAR. No, it's kicked off again.
I was going to say Watkins gets both as well. There we go. Now, with Wolves at the weekend, United. So hang on, let me see if can you see my mouse on here? I don't know if you can. That's a pain in the arse. You can't. United win tomorrow. Let's say table stays as it is. We put ourselves in 5th. Then we've got Wolves at the weekend. Now, this is the fixtures for the weekend, Kev. Where are we? Where are we?
Let's be having you.
Let's be having you. Look at the fixtures this weekend. So you got Villa at home at Arsenal. That's a tough game for Villa. Chelsea are away at Bournemouth, but Bournemouth seem to have fallen off a bloody cliff at the moment. You've also got Liverpool away at Leeds. Newcastle have got Burnley at home. Spurs have got Brentford. There are teams playing in amongst themselves. We've got an opportunity to get these 3 points tomorrow, then go and get the win against Wolves, which will be playing after everybody else again because Brighton plays Sunday against West Ham. Fulham have got Palace. On Sunday at 6 o'clock, Manchester United are going to know if we win tomorrow, if we can build a bit of a gap between us and the rest below. And that's what's important here. That's what's going to be important. That I put it in the channel description, and I feel stupid doing it because you know my thoughts. But are we in a race for Champions League football, Kevin?
Well, of course we are, because we're in the right position in the league to be there. There's still a good way to go. There's still a good way to go. So we can't not say we are, just because we're like everyone's been going on about. I've listened to a little bit this week. I don't care. I do not care if we play absolutely crap every week. I don't care about style of play, blah, blah. See, if we're winning games, I don't care. I really don't care. It really doesn't bother me. I know it does some people, and that's fine. Everyone's got their own thoughts on, this needs to go because we're playing terrible. I don't care if we're playing terrible and we're winning, because other teams like Crystal Palace in the second half were shattered. That's their problem. That's not our problem at all. That's not our problem. So if they're shattered and we're still playing rubbish but managed to beat them, I don't care. I don't care if it was a rubbish layoff for Mount Skull. I don't care if it was a rubbish free kick into two. I don't care about all this stuff that people are saying. I don't care if we're playing crap all season. If we still keep getting points and we keep, jumping as the games go from down into about 9th, up into 10th, up into 7th, up into 5th, you have to say, well, we're there until it's out of our... Until we don't have the opportunity, then of course we're in the running for Champions League, the same as all the other teams that are up there. They're all thinking the same as well. And
you know what? Rival fans hate it. Rival fans hate
we're rubbish, and we are. But we are still rubbish. But the table doesn't lie.
Yeah,
it's the points that you get. The table doesn't lie. It's the same for the Forest fans. They are playing well, but the table still doesn't lie. They lost the last game, and they're still down there. They had a good chance to move up a bit, but they didn't. And it doesn't lie.
I think that it doesn't lie. I think, look, like I've said to you several times, and I've said it on this channel several times, Manchester United need to just concentrate on them, and that's all we can do. As fans, we're looking at scores tonight. Of course we are, and we're sat there going, "Oh, well, if this happens and this happens and then this happens." But I go back to the old adage that you say: "If my granny had balls," it's as simple as that, isn't it?
Tight.
It is tight.
So tight at that top end. And I know you was highlighting it, going, a loss puts you really far down. But in terms of points, you're not that far off than teams that are like 4 or 5 places above you. You're still within touching distance of them, even if you lose a game. So I told you as well, in the last stream I was on, there's still loads of crazy results to happen in this league. It's been a season so far of crazy results. That match yesterday, Fulham City. I mean, how crazy was that game? Fulham nearly got an equaliser at the end as well. Absolutely.
Nearly fell. I thought it was done. I was like, oh, well, 9 goals. It's mad. Here's my prediction, though. I will say this. I think by the end of December, we'll see a gap form between the top half and the bottom half. Manchester United need to make sure they're in the battle for that top half.
I don't know, Dan. I don't know that we will. I think it's just it's been a... You've been watching football for a long time. I've been watching football for a long time. I've not seen a Premier, and that's what I love. That's why people keep coming back to football. That's why we love football, because you just cannot predict what's going to happen. And there's been so many crazy results. I think even Everton winning away last night, that's a great result for them. I don't think people would expect that.
I wasn't expecting that.
And what we've got, Leeds beating Chelsea here, and who knows what's going to happen in the Liverpool game? Still 0-0. Villa Brighton 2-2. You can't predict who's going to win these games at all.
No, I agree.
I don't know. I accept that sometimes that does happen in the December, after the December run of games, that you start to see it starts to shape a little bit. But I don't. I think it'll still stay really close. I still think there'll be like three or 4 points between the teams.
Do you know what's creepy at the moment? Liverpool's goal difference, right? Goals for, goals against. 2020. What's that? that's incredible. That's incredible. The fact Liverpool have conceded 20 goals
terrible
this season, like that's shocking, isn't it? Like
City conceding 4 last night. I mean, what if you go and score
City
4?
Have conceded 16 now.
Yeah, you see, if you score 4 against City, you don't be winning the game.
How many? Yeah, if I said to you, Fulham are going to score 4 goals tonight and they're still going to lose, you're going to say what?
Crazy.
I think. Look, I think there's work to be done with this team, and I've said it. You've said it, and Ako's completely right. The league is very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to suffer this season. There are going to be games where we suffer, but it's nowhere near what it was last season. Like last season was one of those horrible phenomenons that sadly I did predict. I'm feeling confident here, Kev, because I said on the show, like if we can get 14 points from these 6 games in December, that puts us on 35 points halfway through the season. You look at that and you go, well, if we go by the same logic, 70 points at the end of the season, that's Champions League, isn't it?
It is. We're still in the race. We're still in the run for that. I'd like to be in Europe of some sort. I maybe can say it at this point. I'm not really that bothered. I know we want to be in Champions League, but you see, if we're in Europe,
we have to be in Europe. We have to be in Europe. That for me, like that is where. I'm not hammering out. I've got over that. I've got over that. It was a struggle, but I've got over it. But we have to get Europe within this season. We have to.
We can't do it. That would be the 3rd season if we don't get it, wouldn't it? 3rd season in a row that we're not in. So we need to do it.
Yeah.
You want some stats?
I think. Sorry.
You want some stats?
Of course I do. Hit me up.
So 64 meetings in all competitions. Man United, West Ham. We've won 38, West Ham won 13. 13 ended in draws. League competition. Hang on. Yeah, that's so others count. So 156 meetings altogether. 74 wins for United, 50 for West Ham. Premier League is 58. Premier League's 58. 34 wins for Man United and 11 wins for West Ham.
Yeah, so I think we've got a good opportunity tomorrow.
Yeah.
Couple here from Ben. Ben says, I really want us back in the Champions League next season, but our squad will massively struggle with 2 games a week. We need to bring in a fair few more players. And also remember, there'll be a lot going in the summer. I do firmly believe that. And then he says, Fulham in the second half last night have shown the rest of the league how to play versus City. Won't be surprised to see City go on a bad run now with other teams copying what Fulham did. City, I mean, look, as I said a second ago, City conceding 16 goals in 14 games. That's to coin the great Elia Luco, you do the math. That's almost a goal a game.
When it was so way off, that was such a terrible goal.
It was, and I won't say too much because she's very good at getting people in trouble. But it was just the cocksure look on her face, like she just slapped down the stat of a century, and she was like, it's a goal a game. It's a goal a game, pretty much. Score prediction then, Kev and chat. What's your score prediction? Waha says we have to 100%. We have to win. I agree. This is a must-win game, Kev. Come in.
I'm going 3-0. 3-0.
3-0. I am going to go. I am going to go. Do you know something? I'm going to be a right twatty, yeah. I am going to go 4-0 United.
Ooh, I'd like a 4-0. That'd be lovely as well.
I honestly think we can. Oh, Kev's put 3-0. There we go. I honestly think Manchester United can slap these up tomorrow. Like, I still hear people now say, "Oh, Nuno's this, Nuno's that." Nuno had a team at Nottingham Forest that he built that in the end. He got it where it was, and they knew how he wanted to play. This West Ham team is still they've improved under him. They have. but they're nowhere near the levels of what Nottingham Forest were under him. So I think we're playing them at the right time. I think with no Paqueta, that will be massive. I'm feeling so confident. I think 4-0. And I still don't trust this team, Kev. I want to put that out there. I still don't trust the team, but I trust them enough to get the result tomorrow and put us on our way to the first win in this December madness. Ben says 2-0. Wahaha says they lost to Liverpool. They're useless. Famous last words. Me and Wahaha will be crying.
Well, I was thinking along those lines as well. I thought, and Liverpool are rubbish, by the way. Liverpool are rubbish.
They are rubbish.
And there's no one can deny that at the moment. They are rubbish. And if they can go...
I can't deny.
Then surely we can as well. Surely.
Akko, good lad. Akko feels it. Akko feels it. Do you know what I want tomorrow? I'll tell you what I want tomorrow. I want to be grabbing the mic and I want to be saying these words when he scores the first goal. Yeah, you heard it here first. He's scoring the first goal tomorrow. If you smell what the lit is cooking. First goal scorer tomorrow.
You just want to hope we don't get 6 in a row because you've got to get a Xerxes tattoo on your head, I think I heard you say.
On my forehead, man. On my forehead. And then Akko's gone in with 2 goals from set pieces tomorrow. What the Zerk is cooking. I tell you what, Wahaha, if Xerxes gets a hat-trick tomorrow, if he gets a hat-trick tomorrow, I will change the Delit to the Zerk. I'll happily do that.
I thought you were going to say you're going to get a tattoo somewhere
Absolutely frigging not. I mean, I'm losing sleep over that because imagine if that happened, I'd be done. Let me just quickly check the scores before we depart. Still 1-0 Leeds.
I've got the Leeds game on now. I've got Leeds and Liverpool on.
That is honestly like, what's the? Let me just have a quick look. Look at the stats. Leeds are all over them.
From every time I've looked up, it's been Leeds on the attack, and every time I've looked up here, it's been Liverpool on the attack. To be fair,
is that little shit? No, he's not started him.
Who?
Oh no, the little shit.
Sancho, I think.
We should change tonight.
Sancho, it just looks like he's playing at Villa, isn't
he? We should change the rest of these games tonight to bench watch. You got Lindelof on the bench, Sancho on the bench, you've got Garnacho on the bench.
They've got Lindelof over there. I completely forgot that.
Not so reckless, Dan, says Wahaha. And I'd be getting a Ruben. I love that. Do you know what? That is a jumper there, isn't it? Ruben around the Christmas tree. That's a great one, that is. Yes, well, we will be back to... Kev, are you live streaming the game tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be down here. We'll do the game.
Should have asked that off stream, actually. We will be here tomorrow night. We will... I should imagine... We will be here. We'll be here. I don't care how you get there. Get there if you can. It is 8 o'clock kickoff. We will be live from around about 7:30. I will be ready. He will be ready. You will be ready. The players better be ready. Ruben better be ready. Manchester United get the win tomorrow. Dan United. Uta. Kev United. Where can we find you? Where can we find you first, my brother?
77 here. Hopefully be back on Saturday as well with a live stream. But yes, I've done some batch recording, trying to get into the habit of learning how to be at work and do YouTube as well as you are. Yes, I've batch recording. So if you see all the numbers at the top of my screen going, that's not right, then it's because they've recorded days ago. Yes, here, absolute belters, always.
Andy quickly gets in with 3-1 United. Let's look. We're all in unison. A Manchester United win tomorrow. Dan United, Kev United, Brian Brigade, Backing Brigade, Zerk Brigade. I said it. Zerk Brigade. If you smell